Welcome to Chicago, an unwavering stronghold of the American corporate juggernaut. It's a place of perilous risks and staggering payoffs, where fortunes are made or broken in the blink of an eye. To those who seek access to this citadel of big business, beware. Entry is a privilege sought by many, but guarded by an exclusive few. People who hold the keys to wealth beyond your wildest dreams. People of unparalleled financial mastery, who deserve to be worshipped like gods among men. People like me. My name is N. Paul Todd, and I'm a billionaire. I buy companies, I sell companies, and I made untold fortunes doing it. The point is, I'm loaded. Seriously. I've got crap loads of money. More importantly, I've got wisdom. It's the kind of wisdom that can only come from having crap loads of money. So I've decided to take on a protege, a squire, disciple. What's the word? You know, a not very old person who I can tell all my business secrets to. I'm going to give a group of highly qualified candidates the chance to compete for a lucrative executive position within my multi-billion-dollar corporation. However, there's one little detail that these savvy overachievers don't know. I'm a total fraud. My name's not N. Paul Todd, and I'm not a billionaire. And my corporation is an absolute sham. My real name is William August, and I'm an actor. And I'll be playing the most ruthless, demeaning, and obnoxious boss that anyone's ever seen. We started by telling our 12 wannabe corporate hotshots that they were worth their weight in gold and stuffed them in the back of these armored vehicles. We've been driving them aimlessly around Chicago all afternoon. Now, all they've been told is that they will meet a brilliant but reclusive billionaire who will offer them a once-in-a-lifetime career opportunity. Little do our unsuspecting victims know that this is the first step in the most horrible experience of their professional lives. They're the best and the brightest in their field, and they won't be easy to fool. They hail from Ivy League universities, Wall Street, and some of the most prestigious corporations in America. Douglas is a rising star analyst at a premier investment bank. Carrie is a top executive at a major media conglomerate. Damien is a business school valedictorian and sought-after financial consultant. Not to mention, some of them are pretty easy on the eyes. You're about to witness the most ambitious con in the history of television. However, even though I'm fake, and the company's fake, the game and the prize money are 100% real. Oh, and by the way, there's one more thing you should know. Each week, one of our contestants will be eliminated, but not by me. Because working behind the scenes is a mystery boss who will be secretly watching our contestants' every move and deciding who stays and who goes. Now, who is this top secret mystery boss? His identity won't be revealed until later in the show, but I promise it will be the most astonishing revelation in reality TV history, and well worth the wait. All right, it's time for our contestants to meet my big, fat, obnoxious boss. Welcome to my world. Good evening, everyone.
And there, up in front of us, appears this man.
Welcome to my world.
This man walks down the stairs. He looks very sophisticated and very powerful. And he says, "Welcome to my world."
First thought is, if this is part of his world, this is where I need to be.
I'm N. Paul Todd. I'm the chairman and founder of an investment company worth about $3.8 billion. It's called IOCOR, Inc. And when we're done, I'm going to invite one of you into my inner circle, where you'll earn a massive salary. But more importantly, you'll learn the secrets of a billionaire, from a billionaire, and one day become a billionaire.
He had an air about him, an air of money.
There are a lot of millionaires. Mr. Todd is a billionaire.
Whatever your past, it got you here. Go mint a coin. Because as I like to say, there's no future in the past. Ellie, you have your own marketing firm? Who cares? Dan, you're a top car salesman? Doesn't mean crap. It's another line on your resume. What I'm not looking for are suits. I've got an office of them. Here's what I am looking for. Someone with a thirst for more power, more money, more knowledge. If they don't believe that little old me, an actor, is actually this real billionaire venture capitalist, the whole premise of the show goes right out the window. Let me tell you a little bit about IOCOR. Who here has heard of my company? Not many.
Never heard of IOCOR, never heard of him, which is kind of surprising because I kind of keep myself up on like the Fortune 500 list.
IOCOR is actually a Latin word. It means to joke or to jest. What we are is a venture capital firm. In simplest terms, I buy and sell companies.
He had this slick presentation put together, and it was this PowerPoint thing with pictures of him and articles going by really quickly.
I have more than quadrupled the initial investment in IOCOR and now have $3.8 billion under management.
$3.8 billion. I was amazed.
I actually started seeing companies that IOCOR has a stake in.
75 companies.
His presentation skills were fantastic.
Just the fact that he has all those companies impressed the hell out of me.
And I try to avoid the losers, of course. If there's anything I hate, it's investing my time and my money in a loser. Are there any losers here tonight? Wrong. 11 of you are losers. You just don't know which ones yet.
This is a game for more than just money. It's a game to be a part of this life.
Here's how this is going to work. You'll be divided into 2 teams. You'll compete in a series of challenges designed to test your business instincts. To start this thing out, let's make the teams men against women.
If the object of this game is to play the best, win the game, win the money, and get a seat on the board at IOCOR, I'm going to do everything I can to win.
I want now to introduce 2 of my top executives. Ms. Jamie Samuels.
I am Jamie Denbo. I am playing Jamie Samuels, the Executive Vice President and partner at IOCOR.
Don't let her good looks fool you. That woman's got a set of brass ones. And David Hickman, Chief Operations Officer.
I'm David John. I'm an actor. I play David Hickman. He is the COO for IOCOR. And they tell me that stands for Chief Operating Officer. Okay.
Welcome to my world. This is a heck of a bottle of champagne.
After the presentation, Mr. Todd shared with us some champagne and also some wonderful hors d'oeuvres.
So how do you like the champagne?
We told them they were drinking the finest French champagne, and in fact, it was actually some kind of cheap rock gut from one of the local convenience stores.
I'm enjoying the hell out of it.
You're enjoying the hell out of it. Yeah. Well, that's good. How do you like the champagne?
It's delicious.
Isn't it great?
I could definitely tell that it tasted expensive.
It was so delicious. I've never tasted anything so good.
The champagne was excellent, very aged, distinctive. For him to share that with us is something that we should all treasure.
The pate was delicious. Pate like melts in your mouth. It was really good.
It's undiving. It's got the liver on. It's usually not that smooth.
The expensive hors d'oeuvres were actually made of bologna, processed cheese, and other rather disgusting ingredients.
Oh, that's really good. Isn't that good?
Some of the hors d'oeuvres were, I think, more sophisticated than I was.
I mean, these are things that don't come cheap.
The food was fantastic. Food of the rich. That's what it was.
And Paul Todd, good.
Now that they were on the hook, it was time for N. Paul Todd to get to know these ladies a little more intimately.
What's your love life like?
He asked us if we had boyfriends. And I was thinking to myself, why does he want to know that?
And that's right. Nice.
One of the things we wanted to establish early on is that N. Paul Todd is a bit of a sleazeball. I mean, let's just say this is a guy who probably has a number of sexual harassment suits pending.
Paul went down the line and asked every one of us if we had a boyfriend.
Do you have a boyfriend?
What does me being single have to do with the structure of our relationship?
It is none of his business. Who cares?
What's your love life like?
I'm married.
Oh.
Yes. My husband's
I'm sorry.
barefoot in the...
As the night drew to a close and it was clear to everyone that they had bought it, we knew the con was on.
This morning, we woke up in a penthouse above the Chicago skyline. We have a view of everything. What a gorgeous place. If this is the life of a billionaire, this is something I could probably get used to.
It was the morning of the second day, and we wanted to see how quickly we could corrupt this group of upstanding corporate all-stars.
There was a letter dropped off this morning.
Gentlemen, from Mr. Todd.
The men got one and the women got another.
Good morning. I hope you enjoyed your first night at the penthouse. Duh. It's time for your first lesson.
Our first assignment showed up, which was girls create a team name for the boys, and boys create a team name for the girls.
This one is in the art of corporate sabotage.
One of the key words on the card was sabotage.
Corporate sabotage.
To make the other team look bad by giving them a bad name, pretty much to sum it up.
Ooh, we're women. We're perfect for that.
Right.
We had to think of something that could truly paralyze the men.
Let's think about what's going to screw them the most.
What's going to really get at their egos?
Let's do the game, ladies.
We presented them with an exercise in corporate sabotage, and they took to it like fish to water.
We want them to walk into a business and have to see their name and almost put their head down when they say PMS.
The doofuses, the geeks.
The failed endeavor.
The failed endeavor.
Bobby Corp.
Runner-up.
Blonde ambition.
My bitches.
Secondplace.com.
We totally wanted to find something that just screamed bad news.
FemCorp, Clueless Inc.
Clueless Inc.
I'm gonna circle our prospects out of this group.
I think we came up with a name, I'm pretty sure, but it took us a really long time.
Let's do it.
1, 2, 3, boom!
Do it.
I like it.
Later that morning, I received a phone call telling us that we needed to be ready for limos that would be arriving at 11:45.
Here we go. It's time to play the game.
Bring it on.
They tell us to dress casually for today's challenge. You don't need to wear a suit.
We didn't know what casual would be. The girls decided to wear shorts. Some of us matched, which was really cute.
Thank you.
The limo pulled up to this warehouse. We're like, what the hell is going on? And we all walked inside, and it was just, their place was really
Dirty and empty and abandoned, and I was scared.
I had a feeling these young professionals would find their first challenge pretty degrading. And to be honest, I was worried a few of them might head for the exits.
Yes.
This rat-infested dump is a little bit different than that penthouse you moved into, isn't it? Yeah, there's a lesson in that. Sometimes the key to success is buried in a mound of crap. So, before we get to the first challenge, there's two pieces of business we need to discuss. First, the team names. As a great man once said, screw the other guy before he screws you. All right, so let's hear the names. Ladies, what did you name the guys' team?
Concad Inc.
Concad Inc.? What's Concad?
Con, as in, obviously a con man, sneaky, shady business dealing.
The CAD just means the ungentlemanly, unrefined bore that a lot of men are.
We'll take it. We like it. Thank you. It's good.
You have no choice but to like it.
It's got a really nice buzz.
It sounds like a real corporation.
Concad Inc. It was stupid. You could use that name for any company in America.
Guys, what'd you name the girls?
We thought that the spirit of this was corporate sabotage. So we figured, what's the biggest corporate sabotage of our generation? It was Enron. Figured since the team's made up of all women, we thought we'd call them Femron.
I like it. Good. What do you think of that, ladies, Femron?
I think it's great because we already recognize
The girls were all like, oh, Femron, we could totally use that. That'd be great. But, I don't think they got it.
All right, we have our team names. Second item on the agenda. Ladies, who did you choose to be your team boss?
Tanya.
Yeah.
Tanya. Guys?
Mike.
Mike?
Mike.
All right, good. We have our team bosses. And bosses, don't get too far ahead of the troops. You might get shot in the back. All right, let's get on to the first challenge. If you're gonna taste what it's like to be at the very top, you have to have been at the absolute bottom. And what I'm curious to find out about you all is if we strip you of all your worldly possessions and we put you out on the street, could you survive? More importantly, could you turn a profit? We're gonna have you hit the streets, not a penny on you. And your job? Panhandling.
Going out there and begging for money, that's what homeless people do.
Right off the bat, I was aggravated.
And of course, the usual rules apply. The team that makes the most money wins. The losers, you will report to my office, where one of you will be going home. Good luck. Go get him, guys.
I was like, I guess the game starts right here.
Okay, so these are your materials.
You have 30 minutes to figure it all out.
This stuff over here you can use. Think outside of the box.
They had beggars' clothing. They had face makeup to make you look like you are muddy or dirty to, beg or panhandle.
This is all stuff for being a bum.
Oh my God.
There's a cast you could put on.
Neck braces.
We're taking this. If it gets desperate.
Signage, markers.
Do you want any signs? It was disgusting. It was garbage.
I don't really think we need none of this.
I don't think we do either.
We didn't need too many tools or too many props or anything. We really just needed ourselves.
Right away, the guys are at a disadvantage. We were thinking, what the girls were gonna do. Basically, use what they've got. And if I was them, I would.
You got some cute looking lips. Kissing booth. Go for it.
We're in jeans and t-shirts. They're in short shorts and tight shirts. That's an advantage, no matter how you slice it.
We're raising some money today for a charity organization.
We got out on the street. Everybody was just raring to go.
Help Chicago!
Help Chicago! It's local Chicago charities.
Our strategy was we're going to have this charity where we're raising money that's going to go to local causes in the city of Chicago. Help Chicago.
Spare a bill, $1, $2, anything you can do for us.
So I showed up for the Spare Change Challenge, and here are these guys from the world of finance, completely committed to begging for change on the street.
$1, $2. Sir, can you help us out? It's all local charities, mostly kids. Do you have anything to prove it? I've got 2 other teams here, and I've also got local police department support.
Well, a couple of questions were asked about our charity, obviously. I mean, our signage was cardboard and marks a lot. It wasn't very official looking.
How you doing? We're a local charity in town. We're just raising... Okay. Hi, sir. How are you? I was wondering if you could give us a couple dollars to help out the charity.
You want to help out? Any kind of change? All right.
What would it take for you to give me a quarter? The change in your pocket, I can hear it jingling.
You come back. You talk to me right now. Bastards.
So I got out there and I started monitoring the women. What was amazing was Carrie. She's an Ivy Leaguer. She's a marketing executive. And there she is breakdancing on the street corner because she thinks that it's going to help her business skills.
I will smile for a quarter. We're collecting donations for our sorority. I was wondering if you could help us out. I'll give you a hug for $1. We tried a lot of different ideas. Dinero? We were off to a slow start. People didn't want to give us their change.
Help out Chicago!
Help Chicago!
Hey, thanks very much. Appreciate it.
Anything you can give us, please?
$10,000 we're trying to raise in 3 hours. If we do it, the city matches it 100%. I don't think we were lying about anything.
Is it for real?
This is totally for real. Yeah, we were lying about a lot. We were lying about a charity.
Fellas, y'all got $1? I got 50 cents. You got a quarter?
These 2 little kids, they're like 9 years old, and I took like 13 cents from them. I didn't care if it was $1, it was a dime, I was gonna take the money.
Thanks so much, sir. Hail the Cavs! Hail the Cavs!
Damien is an animal.
Can I carry your umbrella for you or anything like that?
That's all I can describe it. An animal.
Help!
Help Chicago, a hurt man! Who's gonna help him? We need dollars!
Damien, I swear to you, would eat his own young to get out of a dangerous situation.
Help!
Just think we're your family. And we're out here begging like beggars. Going on the streets and begging for money was absurd. And I realized that the strategies were they weren't taking in enough money. So I came up with a strategy. It's for cheerleading camp, from a woman to a woman, and I could be your niece or your daughter. It worked.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Have a great day.
I really appreciate it. Hi, guys. Whitney started using our strategy.
Any of your spare change to send me and my 12 girls to cheer camp in the fall would be huge.
Once Ellie picked up on it, she was making more money. I got a $20 bill, a $10 bill. She started getting a $10 bill.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You have a wonderful night.
Thank you.
I thought that the girls won the first event, hands down.
After the challenge, we asked our contestants to meet us in a filthy vacant lot in the worst area of Chicago. There they were, gathered next to a couple of burning trash bins, waiting to hear how well they did at begging.
It was scary. It was dirty. It felt creepy. It didn't feel safe at all.
I can see like a fire going. You know, there's like a burned out van in the back, and then there's all this garbage. Just looking around, just trying to figure everything out. I was like, why are we here?
As you know, I think I've mentioned, I hate wasting my time on losers. So, there will be consequences. Losers, you will be sleeping here tonight, in the vacant lot which surrounds you, like the homeless people you may one day become if left to your own devices.
The losers were going to have to sleep in the tents that night, outside, with the rats.
Well, is there anything dynamic? Anybody wants to let me know about this event before we move on? Well, I'd like to find out who won.
Yeah, let's find out.
Jamie, if you please, ladies first.
Their total was $334.10.
Mr. Hickman, please tell us whether the guys are the winners or the losers.
The results for CONCAD are...
We were somewhere around 300 something because we had done a quick count, but we had no clue.
We thought we were going to beat them, but it wasn't going to be by much.
$312.46.
Those. 334 to 312. I guess I would say close, but no cigar on that one, guys. Ladies, well done. There are prizes that the contestants get for winning, and when you do something bad or you lose, there's a consequence, a punishment. As a reward for your excellent performance today, you're gonna go back to your penthouse, relax, and then when you're tired and you're ready to go to bed, you'll go in your rooms and you will find 6 of the finest hand-stuffed, goose-down, handmade mattresses. And just to add to the fiscal security of your evening, we stuffed the mattresses with $60,000. $10,000 each.
It was definitely not what we expected. We didn't expect such a lavish reward.
And I can assure you of this, there is no better night's sleep than sleeping on a bed of money.
I guess Mr. Todd wanted us to see what it's like to sleep on money, you know, to just be a billionaire.
You don't get to keep it, but congratulations. Guys, you're losers. You will be sleeping here tonight. And tomorrow, you'll be reporting to me in my office. Whereas, you know, one of you will be chosen to go home. Have a good one.
Take care. Have a good one.
Boobs. They won because they had boobs.
Yeah, we know how to play the game.
They won luckily tonight.
They did.
Luckily.
I want to see the $60,000 beds. You find it? Oh my God! Hey, who can say that they slept on $60,000? I mean, come on. Should we count it?
Living the American dream.
We lost today's challenge. It was spending the night out in a junkyard. Looks a place like where bums live. And I'm not too happy about it at all.
I can't eat this. There comes the train again. This is bull.
One of the things that these contestants are going to have a little bit of a tough time dealing with is that sometimes the rewards are kind of lame. I mean, the rewards to the winners are sometimes worse than the consequences to the losers.
This is actually really uncomfortable sleeping on this money. There's like clumps of money and it sticks in your back. It wasn't at all what we thought it would be.
It really is a dumb prize. How is this a treat?
It turned out that was really uncomfortable to sleep on. I ended up pulling it off of my bed and throwing it on the floor.
These mattresses suck. It was awful. None of us could sleep on the mattresses.
The Apprentice would never do a prize like this.
Follow me.
Leave our bags.
Should we leave our bags here?
Yep.
Gonna see you right down here.
We march the losers into our phony conference room, and the poor guys dutifully take their seats, ready to prove their worth to me, which is absurd, because I'm not the one making the decision. The only point of this charade was for N. Paul Todd to confuse them and basically tear him a new one. I'll be frank with you. You look like a bunch of jokers out there with your Save Chicago shirts on. 6 homeless men would have done better than you 6 with your credentials, business experience, and financial acumen. homeless guys make some good money. The real ones. Without unnecessarily maligning the ladies, a bunch of cheerleaders apparently have taken you guys to school.
I have to say this, I disagree.
Oh no, they are cheerleaders, a lot of them, and they were using their cheering skills.
It comes down to getting someone to stop and listen to, and it's much easier for a pretty blonde girl than it is for a guy.
What I see from this is you guys don't think you're sexy. Are you sexy? It's important for you guys to look in the mirror and say, I'm sexy. I can look in the mirror and say, I'm sexy. It's very important. You get what I'm saying, Damien? Did you think about trying to attract some other customers? For example, you guys are men. And if you use the sexiness as men, who are you going to go after? Perhaps gay couples? Gay men? You gotta think that way. You know, David, you took your shirt off, so...
For the first 5 minutes, and we realized that did not work.
There was something there.
Help Chicago. It's a kind of an unclear product you're selling. Help Chicago what? Help Chicago secede? Help Chicago join Canada?
Go ahead. Yeah, let me just be specific, okay? You could have gone out and said, hey, my mother has lung cancer, can you help me? And the sympathy would have been specific to you.
Or make your charity specific. Help Chicago's homeless, help Chicago's hookers. I don't know.
Had we done something very specific, I think we would have only touched the people that maybe have been touched by that specific disease or calamity. I don't think we would have gotten $300 saying any other charity. I think that's why.
If you're gonna lie big. Go for it. There's nothing worse than a loser who lied. Let's get down to it. Mike, team boss. We're gonna bring this down to you. Tell me which 2 people on this team you identify, in addition to yourself, to be exposed to elimination tonight.
I'd have to say Dan along with me. And
damn.
I'd have to say Bob, I guess, also. I just think the other 3 guys just, worked a little harder.
Okay. Dave, Damien, Douglas, go back and relax at the penthouse. Good job. Oh, there's one other thing. Why don't you 3 take Mike with you? This game is based on reality. The boss is always insulated. The boss always has deniability. There is always someone underneath or around the boss who takes the first fall. For the rest of the game, that's going to be the rule. Yeah, the boss is the first to know and the last to go. So, you 4, take off, have fun.
All right. Thank you.
Don't thank me.
As far as Rob and Dan were concerned, this was it. It's their final opportunity to save their hides. And they were really sweating it.
Okay, Bob, Dan, your 15 minutes of fame is about to become 2. Defend yourselves.
Okay. As far as why I should stay, I'm a very dynamic person. I'm a hustler. I didn't.
So what?
So what?
Your teammate identified you.
My teammate did that because he believes that I will win this vote off.
Why?
Because of my personality.
I started throwing out these silly sort of nonsense questions like, so what? Who cares and why?
I think he had faith in
Totally blowing his train of thought.
No, who cares?
Who cares?
Yeah.
I think he
Your
cares.
personality, you're saying, right?
Personality?
I don't think
in sales, personality is everything.
Why?
Because of the way I am, the way I come across, I believe.
No, you're saying you were identified because of your personality. I'm saying, who cares?
No, I'm saying I was identified because my personality is so strong.
I thoroughly confused Rob. Then it was time to give both barrels to Dan. Dan?
Totally agree. So what? Maybe I didn't produce as much. You know, there's no way to tell that.
But he beats me to the punch.
What I do know, to answer the what question, is I am a closer. In the field that I am in now, I'm the best at what I do. Who cares?
I mean, I didn't have to say a word.
Who cares? Well, two people. I care, and IO-Corps cares. The why. Because the better I do, the more I learn, the more I close, the more money all of us make. That's why we're in business.
I would have been impressed if I were a real boss.
Go ahead, go out in the reception room. We'll make our decision. I think it's time to go see the boss.
Did you get it?
I got it. When I get the final verdict from the boss, he only tells me who he wants to eliminate, not why, which gives me free rein to make up any kind of BS I want. Robert?
Yes, sir.
Look, I'll be candid. I don't know if you're aware of this or not, but you're short. You're short. I'm telling you, tall people have an advantage.
Is that so?
Don't you think so?
I do not think so at all.
Maybe because you're short, you've learned to make excuses for yourself. I don't know. But that's something that you're going to have to overcome in life.
Really?
Daniel?
Sir.
I'll be as honest with you as I was with Bob. I see your nice clothes. I see a tremendously expensive watch. I see accoutrement. I paid $400 or $500 for this suit off the rack and had it slightly modified. I thought I was clear. I said I wasn't looking for a suit. You've got the most expensive one in the room. So get the hell out of my office. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
You survived the first elimination. And I have some good news for you. When you survive the elimination, you get to be the new team boss. And as a result, for the next challenge, you can't be sent home. So go home, have a glass of wine. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. I didn't know how he felt about custom-made suits and expensive clothes and watches and things of that nature. I mean, had I known that, obviously I would have dressed down for the occasion.
Poor Dan. Thinks he was canned for wearing the wrong suit. But you know what? He's the lucky one. Because for the rest of these big business wannabes, working for my big, fat, obnoxious boss is going to be hell.
Next week on My Big Fat Obnoxious Boss, Mr. Todd's bad boardroom behavior
Says, you know what? You're short.
What? Sends shockwaves through the penthouse.
I'm really beginning to question his character.
Then, with temperatures topping 90 degrees, Mr. Todd unleashes a challenge that's absolutely absurd.
I was floored.
Provoking a big blowout in the boss's office.
I'm gonna tell him that I think his challenge sucked.
Your team has a virus. It's called losing.
And
I think I can kill you.
on future episodes,
What is this? I walked into the lion's den.
Medic! Oh!
the corporate nightmare continues.
How about we, jacuzzi?
Come on, little girl. Come on, honey. He's my little girlfriend. Oh! Are you showing off your breasts?
Absolutely not.
What's this guy doing?
This place is the Twilight Zone.
I've never met a businessman like him.
Get the hell out of my office. Get the hell out of my office.
He truly is the worst CEO I have ever experienced in my life.
It's all leading to the most shocking revelation in reality TV history.
I was not actually the one making the decision.
He likes to toy with people's minds.
The real boss is behind those two doors right now.
What the hell is going on?